Hello all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Sara. I have been doing a few videos about books, about creativity, about some personal challenges, about writing also. This week I want you to come along with me. I will show you a bit about Carnival here. It's kind of a big thing in some cities, not here exactly, but cities not too far from the capital, so it's fun and children love it immensely, so it's always a good thing to do for them. So I will be taking you for a little bit of the parade here in my area. Then an exercise that I'm doing. I'm currently doing another video which I hope you will be able to see soon. About it's kind of an experiment. It's kind of a try to do this for yourself, for your writing career, and see what positive changes it brings to your life, or to my life in this case. I have been listening to an audiobook which is called The Neuroscience of Self-Discipline by Ray Clear. And I thought it would be a great book to explore a bit more, using myself as an example for should and shouldn't do practices. So, but I will show you a bit of how that exercise is going, but I will leave that experience for the next video. I also did a writing mini course in Portuguese here. It was 5 days. It had a few exercises each day, and I was able to participate in that and do it fully. So I enjoyed it so much. It was great fun to do it. Then I finished the book I was reading for January challenge, Business for Authors, to which I will be speaking about later on this video. So, and the other thing that I started doing this week, because this video will have things from last week and the present week. So it's the 100-day project, which has started just a few days ago, and I am doing it, so you will hear myself talk a bit about that and film a bit about what I'm doing. And then a quick lunch downtown. You get to see a bit of the places and streets that usually people go when they come here to visit, but you can also see a bit how we live in those spaces. So we are not constantly going there, because it's not the place where we have a lot of amenities, where we can drive, and here we drive a lot. We go everywhere, or almost everywhere, by car, so we have to have the basics, parking space and things like that, and avoiding the construction work that is occurring that some streets in the capital. So it's kind of, I think you will enjoy seeing a bit how we live those streets, not just how when people come to visit they think that's Lisbon. That's not Lisbon, that's just a small fragment of Lisbon. But I hope you come along, I hope you enjoy.
Muito bem! Adeus, só estás passando por onde? Por amor de Deus!
So I don't know if you are aware of what's the 100 Day project. So this is a project that is organized once a year by a few people. It's totally online and it's worldwide, so anyone can enroll and share what they are doing during these 100 days. The idea is to create something every day, whatever it is, wherever your art is, wherever your creative outlet is. So you can do arts and crafts, you can paint, you can draw, you can sew, you can do anything you want to do with it. I have chosen to do a writing project, so I am using this challenge to motivate myself to write for 100 days in a row. So it started on the 22 and it will end on 1st of June. So, but you can do it for any other art that you want to do it. First day of the 100 Day project, I'm in my kitchen, as you can see by the faucet over here, because I needed a big table. I have started already. I have created this calendar. Okay, so this is February. And March. And April. And May, and the last day it's June 1st, as you can see over here. I am currently working on my writing project, so I'm doing the second book of the Shapeshifters. I'm kind of in the brainstorming phase of things. I have already started working on it a few weeks ago. I have been writing a bit about what I want to do with this story. Also, I have been making kind of notes and more notes and drawings of where I want to put things. And now I was feeling a bit confused. I'm not very sure what I need to put in, not just for this book, for the plot of this book, but for the main plot of the series, I wanted to work things out differently, not just one book, but planning for the 3 books that I have envisioned with this story, with this main story. I have already done an hour work for today, for this morning. So I'm in the beginning of the afternoon. I have already put another hour in. While I'm doing the 100-day project, I will be tackling this writing project, so I won't be doing just the writing part of it, even though I want to start writing for it in a few days. I want to assemble everything that I have already thought about, that I could put in this story, not just on the main plot, not just on the plot for the series, but on this plot specifically. But I'm kind of overwhelmed by this task, as it's my natural, so it's not something that I should worry too much about, because I have been thinking about new characters and thinking how things might be better explained on the first book. So I'm working this second book. Truly, I don't want to write a few books and have people read them and understand that the first ones weren't exactly planned for that line of thought, for that line of story. So I wanted to do the best I could on the first book. That's why I'm kind of holding it a bit in kind of a revision process until the second book is kind of set. Let's see how this goes. So my first day in the 100-day project has been about planning, and I have gotten a notebook, a cheap notebook, nothing fancy about it, and I have been doing my notes, trying to plan my thingy, my big thingy, before I plan my little thingies. I have been trying to have a vision for the 3 books, and then I will work specifically on this one, while trying to look at the first one and see if I need to add or cut anything, and having in mind that the third one will have to be the one that ties everything together. So there's a lot of togethers that I have to put in between. This video has turned into kind of a more than a week spam video. Kind of taken a few days off. There was a lot of things going on right now here with my life, with my family, and I needed to be a bit more well rested to deal with some things. Getting back to my projects, even though I didn't abandon them, I just didn't film nothing much about what I was doing. So last week I did kind of a impromptu writing course. It was a short course, it was 5 days. It was online fully and it was very fun. So I was able to write a bit every day because we had a few writing prompts and a few tasks and assignments that we must do to complete the course. So I was doing those exercises, and I was writing a bit in a way, more in a free form way, not those projects that I have ongoing, but new things, which is always fun because sometimes we lose sight of creating just for fun and just without a theme, without some deadline behind it. So it was fun. It was it was in Portuguese, so it was promoted by Portuguese authors here, and it was fun. I did enjoy it. Here I have just finished Business for Authors by Joanna Penn. I gave it 5 stars. This was one of my Read It or DNF It books for my reading challenge in January, so I managed to finish it in February. Because it's a non-fiction, because I'm always taking notes, and even if in Kindle where we can underline it quickly and write something quickly and take some notes, I also love to take physical notes. So this amount of notes, and this on Business for Authors by Joanna Penn. I had started it before and I didn't thought that I had finished it, but looking to my Goodreads, I had already marked as finished, give it the date and give it some stars. But frankly, I didn't remember all of it, so it was very good to read it again. First thoughts on this is a non-fiction, and as Joanna herself writes in there, non-fiction are very prone to be out of date. For some things, I think that if Joanna do an update, she would be able to put in lots of different tools. For example, she focuses on different aspects of the writing business and of the author business, and she gives us some tools that we can use to self-publish, to marketing, to sell our books, to lots of different things. and she would be able to put some novelties in there, but mainly most of these tools are still going strong, so it's not the most updated book, but it's good enough. I have been taking a few notes on different subjects, mainly on things that I find myself having some difficulties with, to which I would like some guidance. Even after reading this book, I think it would be very nice to have more guidance on some of these subjects, which is why I will keep reading on them and looking for answers. The business part is always a bit tricky, especially because I am dealing with a different reality here, so it's fun to see how we can do things globally, but we do have to know how things work where we are, where we live, on the market that we are in. If you have a lot of people talking about something, about some subject, about business, about how to sell your books, how to sell your art, for example, you will have a more rich environment from where you can draw your inspiration from, and you can draw your examples and try and do the same things or do the things that work for you. When you don't have that big market, which is the case here, you need to learn the specifics, and you need to kind of choose carefully who your mentors are. And there are a lot of strategies here that would apply here and that would apply for self-publishing, especially if we are considering international. But it was a very good read. It touches a lot of difficult subjects like money, like income, like accounting and paying taxes and things like that, which are usually the things that we all struggle with. At least most of us struggle with. So I gave it 5 stars this time around. I think I took out a lot of value from this book, and that's it. So I do recommend, if you are interested in looking as the writing to your writing career as a business, as something that you would like to live from, this is a good book to start and to take notes, and then to go and do some research in each and every aspect of it. It's very fun. It's a good book. I recommend it. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was fun to see little snippets of my last 2 weeks. As I told you before, I kind of did a pause on my writing work for the blogs. I was dedicated to making these videos and to experience new things, because I think we all need new things to be able to construct upon those experiences. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope everything's okay over there. I hope you have watched it until the end. If you did, if you are seeing this, leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment below. Everything that I usually forget to ask and to tell you. So let me know what you thought about this video. If you would like to know something more specific about any of the events that I went to this week. And so thank you so much for watching. See you next week. Bye bye.